Let's try this again with the sound. Hello everyone, how are we doing? OXO, glad to see you. Made it from the UK. What time is it over there? I remember looking this up at one point because I was going to try to see what time would be better to stream. This is a better time for me because it's well after the workday and I've had some time to get some things done around the house. But if you're overseas, this is not a good time, I guess, because depending on where you're at, it could be very late at night or very early in the morning. 1 a.m. almost, yep. So I appreciate you sticking it out and joining me here on this stream. I know usually at 1 a.m. I'm usually asleep, but we'll see. Didn't happen earlier this week, so a little bit behind on it, but I'll get my sleep started here in a little bit. So, if you haven't seen this already, I am capturing gameplay footage for my upcoming gameplay sections of the Ultimate Sega Genesis review. I do have part 2 of that series premiering on Thursday, if you guys are interested, or if you're interested after this stream, you can go and watch part 1. But sometime before this Thursday, you can see that, and we'll get going. I think I'll get to the gameplay footage. Somebody asked me this on social media. I think we'll get to the point where I'm playing games, hopefully by part 4. But we'll see. I know it seems like a lot to be splitting this up, but I used to do the Ultimate reviews in one video, and what would result in probably 2-3 months worth of work for one video that would get, you know, a few views and kind of go out. So this time, I'm actually splitting these Ultimate reviews up into different episodes, so you can watch the parts that you like, you can skip ahead and rewatch if you'd like, and I'm splitting them up by topic. That way, I can show you this video as I'm creating it instead of waiting for the whole thing to be done. So we'll see how that works out as well. Of course, if there's a negative reaction to that, we'll have to stop it. But in my previous streams, I started out with Sonic. I started out with Sonic 1 and 2 in the first stream, and I'm doing Sonic... I did Sonic 3D Blast in the last stream, and now we're finally going to get to Sonic 3. To tell you the truth, this is the one I probably play the least, and I don't know why. Other than the fact that I own Sonic 1 and 2 and 3D Blast for the Genesis, and I didn't own Sonic 3 until much, much later. Much less Sonic and Knuckles, which you can... what was that? The lock-on technology? You can put those two games together and play it. I really appreciated being able to play as Knuckles in Sonic 2. But anyway, I'm just going to play Sonic 3 here. Maybe I'll do Sonic and Knuckles in the next stream. I don't think I'll get all the way through it, especially because I haven't played this game so often. And I guess if that's said, I'm going to go ahead and get playing. I remember there's a way to get to the level select, and delete the test I did here earlier. I think I did the, I lost my train of thought. Completely lost my train of thought when I saw that. But anyway, I kind of already did a Sega Genesis review of Sonic 3 before, but it's an older video, so I don't go as in depth as I would like to have. But I do talk about a lot of the influences on why technically the third Sonic game is Sonic CD. Oh yeah, get in here. But Sonic 3 and Sonic CD were initially the same game. Ooh. Man, I got fast reflexes here. And of course, here's another kind of pseudo 3D level here. Oh, this is going to be tough. Nice. So what those stars do is they bounce you back, and if you hit any of the red spheres, your bonus level's done. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. Like that, yep. Oh, I knew it. I was so close. How many did I have left to go? 24. That's right. Like I said, I'm not as well practiced at this game, so you're going to see a lot of mistakes here. But anyway, oh, I think I was talking about Sonic CD and Sonic 2. So Sonic CD and this game were initially the same game. But two different development studios worked on these games. I think it was Sonic of Japan did Sonic CD. Don't quote me on this or correct me if I'm wrong. And Sega of America did this one. You have a Sega CD back in the day? Or the Mega CD as they're called over here? No, actually, whoops, sorry, I stopped paying attention. I did not have the Sega CD back in the day. I didn't have it until I collected it back in, like, 2012. But I did play Sonic CD back in the day, but I played it for Windows 95. Which I kind of thought was crazy. Ooh, I get it. Oh, what happened? Oh, I messed it up again. Kind of talking and not paying attention to it. I also played Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the first time on Windows 95 as well. Which, I thought was crazy then. I still think it's crazy now. There we go. Protection against fire and... That guy goes down pretty quick. Sonic CD on Windows is crazy. Yes, it is, especially because I didn't have any sort of controller. I think I had to play it with a keyboard. And that I didn't care for whatsoever. But I did recognize that Sonic CD was a good game. I actually really did enjoy it. Here we go. At least they give you plenty of opportunities to keep going back to that bonus level. Now the pressure's on. I don't think there's anything quite like... Oh, I thought that was supposed to disappear. Or turn into rings. Oh. I should have been paying more attention, I guess. There's an extra life left. Oh my god. And I'm gonna need this. Whoops. Got a little trigger happy there. Oh, there's no way. I think I'm beginning to realize why I didn't play this game as much. I feel like I'm getting cheated a lot. That's my way of saying I don't know how to play this game. So even crazier, I did find out much after the fact that they made more Sega games for Windows 95 back in the day, but it required a special graphics card, and it allowed you to play Sega Saturn games on the... Come on. Sega Saturn games on Windows, which, again, something I never would have thought of. And I thought to myself, maybe that was hindering, you know, one of the reasons why the Sega Saturn didn't do as well as it was supposed to have. And I think those games were released too late to make an impact on the sales, so... Because a lot of that stuff came out in like 97, 98. Or it's very popular around that, I don't really know exactly when they came out. Come on. I really missed that shield because I keep expecting it to... Oops. Hey, I got another shot at the bonus game then. Hey, Fuego, thanks for joining us. I'm just going on... I'm going on rants and not paying attention to what I'm doing on the game. How are you doing? And I have to ask, what time is it where you're at? Because I didn't look it up. We got someone at 1 a.m. So you're... Oh, I know you're in tomorrow. But our other viewer, or at least our other chatter, is also in tomorrow. But very early in tomorrow. So it's still Tuesday where I'm at. I don't remember this game being this difficult this early on. Okay. Yep, that's about right. And that's about it. This actually reminds me more of Sonic CD than I care to admit. Because I always get stuck in areas in that game. 9th of October, great series so far, man. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm definitely having a lot of fun doing it, so I'm glad you guys are having fun watching. Okay, now jump. Okay. Get hit by something I couldn't avoid. There we go. Anything back here? Oop. Oh, I remember this. Just gotta keep running forward. Robotnik. Always in some sort of contraption. Ooh. This battle kind of reminds me of the ones in Sonic Mania. There we go. Well, don't let me die. But I will say, you can definitely tell a difference in the graphic style between this one and Sonic 2. And I think Sonic CD, even though it has the better, more advanced color palette, it follows Sonic 2's graphics, I think, more closely. Back to being underwater. Nope, I don't want that. Don't want that. I do want that. I remember this. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. This way. If I can avoid it. Oh yeah, these little sharks. What a pain. Oh. Oh. Get a water bubble. Oh no. Yep, there we go. Water shield. Is there a bonus room? I can screw up another bonus room. Ooh, good, I reflect off that. Kill that, kill it, kill it! This game is slower paced than I remembered. Kind of the best pace to jump, huh? Yeah. That's why I like having the water shield in this level. Oh, as soon as I say that, of course. I should have got that guy. He's eating my rings. Oh no. I think I'm gonna die. Is there any way to get this thing off of me? What was that? Gosh. Of course. That's right. That was my fault. I'm willing to admit when it's my fault. That's okay. I don't like the water shield anyway, or you know, having any rings at all. Man, what is this? Oh, that just not like fun. Nope. Okay. Glad I got that guy in one shot because I have no idea. Yeah, that was nuts. If you're referring to when I was just sitting there and couldn't move and died. Ugh. I'm back to no rings. Let's see if I can get any water. Or air. There we go. And now if I die, I'm back before that checkpoint. Oop. You know, I would say I'm used to it, but I'm not. Still check again. Down, spin, thank you. Down, spin. No. Oh. Spin. Spin. Oh. I know I don't. I know I didn't play this game very often. The answer is I already have enough gray hairs. I'm pressing down. I'm pressing. That's the problem with having jump be the same thing. I am done with this game already. That is completely unfair. I want to vote this as my least favorite Sonic game. Whatever good things I said about it in the review, I take it all back. That was nuts. I don't remember that being nearly as painful. And of course the demo only shows this. Alright. Let me recompose myself for a second. Yeah, that is just nuts. This is a taste of what gameplay used to be like in the 90s for me. That's why I never thought I was good at video games. But if I had unlimited lives, I could have beat that. No problem. But oh no, let's make you repeat the first two halves of the game to get back to the one part you can't get through, give you like 2 or 3 attempts, and then send you back to the beginning if you can't make it. And then, not only that, you still have to make it back through there every other time. Wait, what does my game save say I'm at? Maybe I don't have to start over from the beginning. Maybe I'm being a bit too unfair. Okay, it starts me back in Act 2, but I still have to defeat that one guy. I don't know. I'll give it one more shot, I guess. Because it seems like I would have gotten through this game too quickly if I just gave up now. I feel like... Yeah, and they give you those instant kill sharks. Is that part of that shark song I keep hearing people sing who have kids? Instant kill shark, doo 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 doo. Unfair sharks, doo 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 doo. Need air, doo 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 doo. Well, it didn't matter anyway. Yep, I'm gonna broke my gamepad back in the day. Yeah, I'm about to break it now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it quits on this one before I actually do break the gamepad. I need to get a sign that says technical difficulties. Please stand by. I'm marking this game off the list. Do not play again. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. After that, I need a game I actually enjoy playing. Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't played that one in forever. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah. This is another game that was later in the Genesis' life cycle. Or Mega Drives, if you're keeping track at home. Oh yeah, oh, I missed it. Let's see if, I'll wait for the replay. This is one of the few games, outside of the Sonic series, where I actually enjoy the soundtrack. It just doesn't sound like most of the Genesis music that is on here. Yep, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I actually didn't own it for a while, but one of my friends did, and he let me borrow it for a while. And I think I eventually gave it back to him. I actually don't know if I did. I do know that the game I have in my collection now is not the same, because if I did, I gave this game to my nephew for a long time, because I let him borrow the Genesis when he was a lot younger. And he just recently gave it back to me, and he's in high school now, and too cool for all the retro game action. He's got his own PS4, and he doesn't need any of this stuff anymore. Here's what I like to do. So if you didn't know this, you actually can take control of Vectorman at the very beginning. I don't know how I figured this out, but then there's also, you can destroy. There's a TV up here you can destroy, and I think, yep, it gives you invincibility, and I think you can destroy the Sega logo too. I had no idea you can do this back in the day, and I think it is one of the most awesome things I've ever seen on an opening logo screen. Yeah, if you never tried it, now you're going to have to go back and try this out. It is amazing that they included that. I had no idea you could do that for the longest time. But I did discover it one day just by probably messing with the controller while I was waiting for the game to start up. that, I had to cough. Alright, I am going to start up a new game, and I'm going to see. I don't think there's a difficulty setting, but there is. I'm going to change it to Lame, which is the easy mode. Wicked or Insane. I'm going to go with Lame. I haven't played this game in quite a while. But one thing I did not realize when playing this game, and this is another game I did a review video on. I've actually done two. The first one actually got stricken down because the music soundtrack in this, I have to be careful and talk over everything because the music soundtrack is still copyrighted by someone who owns the rights to it to distribute it on iTunes. So they will actually flag this for copyright later on if I don't talk over the music and keep playing the game. But I've done a couple review videos on this, and yeah, mostly because my favorite, but I didn't realize that this game was supposed to be Sega's answer to Donkey Kong Country, being one of the only games that uses pre-rendered graphics on the Sega Genesis. And the reason why I didn't realize it back in the day is because it doesn't remind me of Donkey Kong Country. Because it's completely different in its execution. The graphics is different, the gameplay style is different. Oops. That's okay, I got the health back anyway. I mean, but it's very well done. The character itself, described as an Orbot, is kind of neat, because I think they use like 23 different sprites or something like that to make them up, just because of how they're arranged. Oops, I'm about to lose my gun. And another strange thing is that this thing follows almost the same exact plot outline as the movie WALL-E. Hey, Dr. Josh. Thanks for joining us. How's your night going? Night or day, depending on where you're at. We got a couple people here. We got one who it's mid-morning tomorrow. And we got another one where it's 1 a.m. Probably closer to 1:30 a.m. now. Oh yes, and this scene right here, good thing I kept recording. I forgot I'm also capturing gameplay footage for this. But anyway, that video file is just going to be very long. I'm going to pause it here so I can split it up here in a second. But this ship, the way it moves around, this is actually a background layer, and it's not being scaled and rotated, so the ship is not actually rocking back and forth. They just draw parts of the ship taller and shorter, so it's kind of weird how they did that. Perfect. There we go. I also have to remember the first half of Vectorman is on that first video file. Great. One huge Sega fan like me. I am a Sega fan, but I don't want to say which one I like better until after we're done with the 16-bit one. Oh, I got hit. This scene really impressed me a lot too, but it doesn't last very long. It's the only thing that I thought was sad about it. It is really cool how they use that forced perspective to make you think you're on a railway high up in the air. Yeah, the graphics, sound, everything that they do about it in this game is just, I like it. And I didn't really need that, but I'll take it. Now I need it. I have to remember that hit counter, because it's very easy for me to ignore that and think I have more than one hit left. I forgot what the points of these little star things are. Does it give you like an extra life after a while, or just give you extra points? I cannot remember. Oh. This gives me more health. Nope. Weapon power up. If I'm right, this turns me into a bomb. If I get it before it disappears, which it just did. Oh no, this one gives me a... Where's the bomb power at? If I'm right, I need the bomb to be able to blow up that wall. Must be right here. There it is. Part robot, part transformer. There's some extra health. And now, I have super swimming. Which I do not remember what the point of this is. Oh! I am going through the health like no other. Oh yeah, you can tell they use that effect of drawing just upwards and downwards. Because again, they couldn't do sprite rotation or scaling on the screen. They had to draw a new one, or had to figure out a clever way of drawing it without having to add more sprite graphics. Oop, another bomb. Here we go. There we go. I also kind of like that the system slows down a little bit when the bomb goes off. And that could be a hardware limitation, but it really just makes the bomb feel that much more powerful. There we go, I'm invincible. So that's kind of a thing that used to be a... Ooh. Did not mean to set that off so early, but okay. At least I got some of the enemies with me. Ooh, one hit left, okay. Hopefully there's more health. Times 10. I don't really care about the points in this game because I don't think it does anything for you. I really don't want to restart this level over again, but I'm going to have to because I didn't see those things coming up. Oh good, the TVs act like a checkpoint. I forgot about that. Or there's some of them. And I still have my 10x power. Extra lives. I'm already been there. And yet I'm still getting hit by things. It seems like I go through health as soon as I get it. Yep. Ship things. I said ship. So it took me out the last time. I was actually very glad that I was able to borrow this game from a friend instead of rent it, because it took me a long time to get anywhere in this game. In some of the later levels, you can get lost pretty easily. Definitely was not one that I could beat in a weekend. In fact, I'm trying to remember how far I know I've beaten this game before, but I'm trying to think of how often I've beaten it. I don't think it's very often. I'm back down to 1 bar of health, or 1 dot. That's okay. Level's over. Much better than Sonic 3. I honestly don't remember Sonic 3 being like that, and I just played it for that review. I don't remember having the issues like that. Oh, I remember this level. So this level is part Ice Canyon, where you slide around, and part water level, where you kind of float around. And I remember that, yep, you can easily run into things that you didn't mean to. Like that. Oh, good, good. That's good. Oh. So just as long as I don't fall back down to where I was. And if I'm right, there's a boss at the end of this level. Again, I'm trying to take my time. And I know there's a lot of, there are a lot of power-ups I'm skipping over just to get to the top, because this level can be brutal. To go off its So did anyone... ooh, health. Ooh. Oh, come on, come on, come on, nope. I probably fell back down to where I was before I had that power. There we go. Anyone pre-order their PS5 yet? Now that that's what it's officially called. Yeah, here we go. Come on, where's the bad guy? Don't run out of... I know once I run out of... Yep. Once I run out of this power-up, it's going to take forever to beat this guy. Yep. Because I only get like one or two good shots on him each time he passes. And then he turns into something else. Oh. Oh. I thought I was gonna... I've been down by one. Hey, Lugo. How's it going? Lugo? I think I remember saying this last time. I second-guessed myself. It's Lugo. Sometimes I need that exterior dialogue to help my thought process along. Yeah, I meant you do that. How's it going? Get away from these insects. There we go. And there's a special power up here. I don't remember what it is. I'll give us a power up. You know, on a CRT, this water doesn't make it look this hard to see. And now that I'm playing this on a flat screen, upscaled in 1080p, that actually makes it a lot harder to see. I think CRTs do a lot better job of softening the image to not make that look as distracting. Ooh. Yeah, I know that's not where I was supposed to go, but I'm really enjoying... remember this guy. Oops. I remember getting stuck here not knowing that I have to defeat his tail before getting around him. And I could be stuck there for hours, days. Pause this for just a second. Oh, pretty good. Yourself? I'm doing not too bad, actually. Having a lot of fun. If you missed out on the Sonic 3, I almost rage quit. Sonic 3 is not as easy as I remember. Hopefully Sonic and Knuckles goes better. But I've actually, over the weekend, usually I get some video editing done, but this last weekend and the weekend before, I've been on a special mission. It'll probably be featured on the channel sometime, but it's not going to be for a while because I've got some other projects that need to finish up first. But I'm actually... I forgot how good this level is, but it's very dizzying. I have to figure out where do I go. So, I saw a video from another YouTuber saying that now is the perfect time to start collecting for a particular console. And I've kind of thought this for a while, but I wasn't quite ready to make the plunge and actually start hardcore collecting for it. The reason why I don't usually collect for consoles that are more recent... How do I get out of here? Yeah, there we go. That background is kind of blends into each other. I couldn't see where the stairs were. There are a lot of times where you're walking around in this game. I know, sorry, it's hard to follow my thought process sometimes because I start one thought, immediately start into another, and then I finish my original thought after the fact. But, one of the things... Let's just go back to my original thought. There are many points in this game where you're running, and you run right into an enemy that immediately hurts you. I do not appreciate that. But at least health is a lot more plentiful. But anyway, now back to the original thought. They told me that it was pretty much time to start collecting for the Wii U. And I do have a Wii U. I actually bought one the first time it was on sale, Black Friday. I think it was at Best Buy. They had them for $149.99, which was a phenomenal deal for what was then a current-gen console. So in about 2014, I got my Wii U, and I got it with a... Hang on a second, I gotta figure out where this bomb's gonna go off. Apparently didn't need to go there. And I got it with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. No, Mario Kart 8 just regular. And Super Mario 3D World was built in, along with Nintendo Land. And my initial impressions of Super 3D World was not a good one. I mean, it was okay, but I really liked Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. U better. I don't know, I was just a bigger fan of the side-scrolling Mario on that console. Oops. So that's what I got when I originally got it, and then a couple months later I ended up getting Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which I also enjoyed. And I don't think I had that many other... How many other games did I have for it? I think that was it. Somewhere along the line at like a thrift shop. Oh, hang on, I think I might... Yep. Oh, this thing. Yep. Oh. Hang on. Finish that thought after I... Oh my gosh. This guy may die off screen. I don't like how as soon as you jump over him, he stops. Should keep going so I can jump over him. But I guess that would make it too easy. Ooh. You should have just dropped me off right outside the enemy. That put me all the way back at the beginning? I don't think it did. But it sure doesn't look like I'm right next to where the boss is. There we go. Health. I guess this is as good as it's gonna get. There we go. Oh! I have more room over here than I did over there. Oh. Can't get out of there. Missing the pattern. That's right, I got plenty of lives left. Just remember that it's starting me out next to an enemy. Wouldn't mind it if these things gave me more power-ups. It seems like this is just busy work. Let's get me busy before the boss. And I got full health going into it. So there's no way to get around him without taking damage, it seems like. The problem is his head is not in a good spot to hit. I am losing this battle hardcore. Yep. And I think this is on lame difficulty. I should go back to my thought about the Wii U. So anyway, I started collecting games for this over the past couple weekends, and I was just looking to see how cheap the games have actually gotten. And surprisingly, some retailers still have some brand new stock in there. I had some luck at Target, and I had some luck at Walmart. They just had stuff left over. But they were, I don't know, they were still priced at minimum $20. And like Star Fox Zero was still priced at $50 at Walmart. I don't know why that was. That's a game I got a long time ago for a very cheap price. So I didn't have as much luck at retailers like I was told I would from this other collector on YouTube. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me through. Just let me get a chance to. Oh. I think once you. Look at that. Just needed to concentrate for a second. I like that look that he gives. Oh, I remember this game. I remember this level. I think, yep. I I think I'm going to die here. I don't remember making it as far. Oh, yeah, I only had 2 hits anyway. Like I said, really cool level design. Following me around, not giving me anywhere to move. Now, how'd that still hit me? There was a ledge there that shouldn't have. I guess the game only follows its own rules when it's to its advantage. Like I was just saying how good the gameplay of this was. Yeah. I remember this being a spot where I died often. Kind of a neat concept for a level. Different take on the vertically scrolling level. Kind of have the level scrolled out in front of you. Honestly, it kind of looks like something that would be in a more modern game. Yeah, there's my game over screen. If I had a few more attempts, I probably could have gotten that. Thanks for the gameplay. We'll be checking others. Take care. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Lugo. I appreciate it. So again, really do enjoy this game. Didn't make it as far as I guess I thought I would. I thought this was going to take a while to get through the levels I already knew, but definitely a good game and worth checking out. Really appreciated that one. But anyway, going back to the Wii U store, I ended up having better luck at, of course, the retro gaming stores, which has everything priced at eBay pricing, and right now the eBay pricing for Wii U stuff is a lot lower than it used to be. And by the way, while I'm telling you this story, I am getting the next game loaded up. Oh, here's one. Ooh, we're going from kind of the later library to the earliest. But I don't have that many retro. I only have like 2 retro gaming stores in my area, which a lot of people say, oh, you only have 2? I don't even have that. But stop my recording. One place I had an exceptional amount of luck on was video rental stores. I was able to get... basically, the video rental stores are done renting out Wii U games and they're just trying to sell them. But I think since no one goes in there, that they're just kind of getting rid of them at whatever price they can. So I did have some luck getting some Wii U titles the last couple weekends, and hopefully one more weekend we'll get most of those titles in. Because I used to only have... I think I only had I had less than 10 games for the Wii U. And over the last couple weekends, I now have over 120 games. And I can't tell you yet how much I've spent on it and how much I'm going to keep on it, because that's going to be in the video that I'm doing on it. But let's just say they were right, it is at an all-time low. It is the least amount I've spent on 120 video games, or 110. But anyway, switching gears here from the later Genesis library, I am actually playing... This was not a launch title, but I think it came out... Yeah, it came out before the end of 1989, which is when we got the Genesis here in North America. So it looks kind of like a launch title. You can tell a huge difference in the graphic style between this and Vectorman, so it's kind of weird to see them back to back. Oops, forgot to start my recording for this one. And I'm not the greatest at this game, but I should be able to get through at least a level or two at it. I did really enjoy this game. I've actually played it in the arcades. Never played it on the Genesis until I started collecting for it. So I don't think the title really intrigued me much as a kid. I can't remember who was on the cover, if it was the dwarf or the main character. I can't remember his name, Axe Wielder somehow. But to tell you the truth, this is one of those early kind of beat-em-up games that would become very popular. Oh yeah. This has actually become one of my favorite games on the Genesis. I initially played it in emulation because I was big into emulators during college, because I could just load a couple games on my laptop, get a controller, and in between classes when I was at college I would play a game or two. I really liked playing role-playing games there because I could, let's see what my options are. Life meter? Oh yeah, give me some extra lives. Definitely gonna need those. I'm gonna go with the arcade version. And I'll just go with default. I really like playing role-playing games because I could play those on a keyboard, and then people would think I was just working on homework or something. Never played games during class, but between classes. And even though this has kind of the early Genesis style of soundtrack, I mean, I do enjoy this one. I think the music's very catchy. I think this has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles rules where, yep, you want to try to get both of them on one side of you so they can't gang up on you. I have to remember how to use my magic. Yep. Ooh, that took a life. I like how you can hit him on the top of the head with the butt of your sword. But to say the truth, and now that I've collected... Here we go. Now that I've collected it... Come on. Oh, give me more. I need more than that. Don't run away. There we go. Now that I play Golden Axe 2, I actually do prefer it better, but this is the one that popped up. I had them both on my list and randomized. But yes, had this been one of the games that I had played on the Genesis, being the first one back in the day, I would have been... Come on. Where's the one that... Do they have the creature that breathes fire? Yep. There's only so many times I can get knocked off of this thing before it runs away. But I thought there was one that breathes fire. Here we go. Give me more magic. You got some health too, I'll take that. Now I'm fully powered up on magic and I gotta remember how to use it. What I really like about the creatures is it's one hit and they're down. And of course that was it for me. Oh yeah, charge. Is it double tap? Hang on. Now I'm trying to remember the controls. Yep. Double tap and you can charge. I forgot about that. So maybe... I can take these guys out without having to use my magic. There we go. Nope. There we go. I can take care of these big guys. Can they ride the animals? Alright, enough screwing around. Atomic Bomb Blast. Oh, they survived that? I thought the first level at least took them out. Hence why I'm going through my lives very quickly. There we go. Right, that charging move is not as easy to do as I remember. magic. Where's the... I thought there was one that came by with health, too. Our sworn enemy, Death Adder, is in his castle. We'll take a shortcut through the village. Through Turtle Village. Some would say through the Turtle Village. There we go. This is the first... one of the first games I completed when I got my Sega. Christmas 1991, I think it was. That is awesome. As I said, now, I also have Altered Beast on here to play during the stream. Again, I'm not as good as that game, but I like this game a lot better than Altered Beast. So, yep. That would have been amazing, but like I said, I didn't play it till much, much later. Of course, by the time I got a Genesis, it was 1994, and they had games like Streets of Rage, Aladdin, you know, all the Sonics. There were so many other games to get through at that point. I'm ignoring my own advice by not letting them get on the other side of me. They keep charging me. I feel like if I can master that... Uh-oh. They're all running the other way for some reason. I feel like I can master that double tap on the D-pad to keep going. Here's the one that does fire. I need to knock her off so I can survive, at least for a little while. Yep, you need to stay off. There's my second life. Like I said, I'm not making it through very far. Such brutality. So I can't remember, is this one of those games where it's... Oh, here we go. Man. There we go. Just to get one pot on him. 2. I get a 3. Oh yeah. Is this one of those games where it's... you know, 1 life and you're done, or 0 lives, then you're done? I don't get it. So if you're anywhere near the character while they're attacking, there's no way to dodge it or block it? There's only 3 buttons on this controller. I feel like I've tried them all, and I've yet to find a way to block an attack. Oh. Yep, I need to get rid of this thing. Here. Looks like it was the first one. Continue? Yep, we're definitely going to continue. See, it's kind of funny. Sega made this game, correct? Yep. Well, at least we got rid of it, so it can't hurt me anymore. But they still can. Sheesh, this is brutal. That's the end of stage 2. Here we go. This guy's got health. And it looks like I lost some magic when I had to use continue. Come on. There we go. Now I'm full up on magic. The village was on the back of a giant turtle. Ha! I didn't realize it drew a turtle there. Takes us south and across the sea. I do remember this stage, but I don't think it's a good remembering. I think it's one of those, oh yeah, this is where I died a lot kind of stages. Come on, turn around. Oh yeah, I need to be able to hit. Of course, I'm full up on magic when I don't need it. So do I have to get hit by them to be able to? I like this guy. This dragon is on right. Oh. It's good. As long as I can get. Oh. I was hoping I can get another shot in, but that's alright if I can't. Ooh, it didn't take any of my magic that time. Oh, I didn't have to use a continue, that's why. I don't think there's anything quite like that. Okay. I didn't want to use it, but I had to. Otherwise I was going to go through an entire life. Hopefully they'll give me, yep, more opportunities to fill up that magic. One more and I've got, oh, there we go. Yeah, I know. There we go. I get these things attack me like things do in the movies, one at a time. At least one likes to stay in the background until I start winning. I don't know why, but those big guys intimidate me. Probably because I know they're going to be harder. Alright. Not as impressive as before, but at least maybe I can get rid of these smaller guys. That's way too easy. And I've already forgotten. Is that a continue? That's not a continue. That's 2 this level. There we go. Alright, so now I have 2 health guys. Not enough magic. Starting to get harder to get. We have gone in close to the vicinity of the castle, but the way is blocked by enemy lines. We must dare the fiend's path to reach the castle. I think this is farther than I usually make it on one run through. At least going in blind, kind of, because I haven't played this game in quite some time. I think the last time I played it was on a one of the many at-game Sega Genesis micro consoles. It's the one that has, even though there's more than one, massive sound issues. I do not want to use my magic. Stay on that side. I'm sure you guys, all you can hear is button mashing. Once you get hit once, you're just at the mercy of them until they stop hitting you. I can't remember if the wind here actually influences how you're able to... That's what I like to see. One of them glitches out while the other one just keeps handing my own behind to me. I don't want to do this, but that's the only way I can get past these guys. And it still didn't kill them. And as soon as they hit you once, it's taking a bar of health. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. How many hits is this one going to take? I think how these little guys can take an entire brunt of a broadsword and still keep walking around. Great times, 91, yep. This is my last continue. I'm going to go ahead and use it. Why not? I'm trying to remember exactly how many stages are in this game. I don't think it's that many. I want to say like seven or 8 stages. Of course, when you get to the end, it's not really the end. That was actually pretty quick. So I like how I can't hit him, but he can hit me. Seems to happen a lot. Oh. The beginning of the end. I don't think I'm making it past these two guys. I've got no magic. One more life after this one. Beginning to see why this game made a lot of money in arcades. Man, I need to get away from there. Come on. If I can defeat just one of these guys. He just keeps moving in and out of my hitbox very flawlessly, but he has a giant hitbox for him. One more hit and I'm done for. Oh! I made it past him at least. And that's going to be the end. Whew! that was actually... Although the game doesn't seem to think so, I got a D. I'll have to come through this, maybe... I don't even know if unlimited lives would help. That was kind of rough when those guys started double teaming me. But yeah, even though the game is kind of hard, and in my opinion unfair in a couple places, I mean, I still enjoy it. So very happy to mark this game off the list. And if this sound is a little bit annoying for you, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. There we go. All right, what game is going to be next? Let's see. All right, so there has been a request that I cover a game that is unusual or unknown for this system. And I decided to go ahead and include a game that a lot of people probably didn't know was released for this system, because technically it never was. And since I have to use emulation to stream this anyway, I decided to go ahead and include a Homebrew title. So this Homebrew title is actually... I'm trying to think who it was produced by. I think it was a Chinese development company. They decided to go ahead and port a more modern game to the Mega Drive / Genesis. You may already be able to tell what it is. It is Angry Birds. And I can't hear it, so I'm going to see if the volume is turned up. There we go. Hopefully you can hear the game audio on there and not through my speakers on the TV. But yeah, this is Angry Birds for the Sega Genesis. I've only covered another Homebrew title that was a modern port of a port of a modern game to a retro system, and that was Plants vs. Zombies for the NES. That game was very simplistic. This is a blind playthrough for me. I've never actually played it before on this system. So let's see what it looks like. So the menus are almost exactly the same, although a bit more pixely. Poached eggs. Do I get the cutscenes beforehand too? Wow. Now, I'm not an expert on programming or graphics for the Genesis / Mega Drive, but this is darn impressive. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect it to look like. And for a Homebrew title, this actually impresses me quite a bit. But maybe I'm easily impressed. Let's go ahead and try the controls. Okay. So you don't have, like, 180 degrees of movement here. You basically just hold down the button to drag back the bird and launch him. Ooh, I overshot. Oh, it looks like I have to move the screen back manually, so... Yeah, this is very well done. I'll have to see who deserves the credit on this. Ooh. Got one of the boxes. This is actually, I mean, it feels right. I mean, everything looks like the original. How'd that only take out one box? Physics are about right. I need like a, yeah, I need a, there we go. All right, this last bird should take out the pig if I can aim right. Here. I feel like this overlaunched. I feel like this is perfect. There we go. That's I'm actually kind of excited for this. This feels like an authentic port. Next. Oh, and we even have different pigs. Different pigs and different birds to fire at them. I need a better look at this. So what am I going to aim for first? I think I should probably aim for this one. Let's see if I can make it. Yeah, I understand why they couldn't do it, but I wish I had a more zoomed out view. Ooh, it didn't kill him. It only bruised him. Alright, well, I wonder how this guy's going to work. So is this one going to have its special ability? Let's see. Yes, it does. I just kind of wished I may have to redo this level, but I wanted to test to see if it had the zooming ability. And it does. Nice. Okay. Oh, I remember the bomb. Oh! Okay, I thought I was going to have more time to set that off. Oh. Let's shoot this one up high. And... oh, it wasn't high enough. Retry. Alright, so it does scroll over, and then it scrolls back. But it doesn't auto-scroll after that. If I had one wish, it would be to auto-scroll back. Let's see what happens here. Overshot? Nope, nothing. So maybe... ooh. Should have done something more than that, I thought. Nope. Oh no. I feel like this is going to overshoot as well. And I can't make him explode. Okay. This level is definitely a lot harder than the first one. Graphics are well done. I mean, this is good in my book. Yep. Alright. We'll have to try this again. So there's no way to skip that either at the very beginning when you go to retry. But I guess it's a good thing to kind of get your bearings again. Okay, so he's bruised. To find better use for him. Good. I feel like I should have done more, but we'll see. Now, I have to remember these will fire in a straight line. So the physics seem a bit wonky. Not like... there we go. And now I just don't screw this one up. But I think I got this level beat. Again! Oh! Still got him. Alright, we'll do one more here. And this one looks like there's nothing here. Oh, you know what? I think it's glitching out. So, yep. It's a homebrew title. And it looks like there is a glitch with the emulator I'm using. So, great game until the glitch. I definitely enjoyed it. I would definitely like to see more levels of this. I'll probably come back to it later sometime, but let's see here. Hang on just a second. Let's see if I can get it to go again. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think that fixed it. But good while it lasted, and I think if I had my emulator settings properly configured, it probably would work better. But it's still impressive they were able to get this game onto this console at all, so good on them. Alright, now back to our regular schedule programming. If there's interest, I may do another homebrew title before the end of the stream. But again, it's only going to be a demo because I've never actually tried any of these homebrew titles before. Alright, next one we have another racing game. This one should go quick. This one was one of the first games I remember playing for the Genesis. And it's graphically impressive, but it's also very dated because of racing games today would not be tolerated if it had the same frame rate this game had. Turn on my recording. Turn down the sound. So yeah, this is hard driving. And it was an arcade game first that got a port to the Sega Genesis. But I gotta tell you, look at the graphics as they show up on here. This is phenomenal for the Sega Genesis. I still have no idea how they did it, because this appears to be a fully polygonal 3D background. I mean, some people may look at this and be like, what's the big deal? Look at that frame rate, it's so super choppy, but you don't understand. I mean, this wasn't possible on any other console. The Super Nintendo didn't really have anything close to this, except for maybe there was another one. They had the same frame rate issue. It was a Super Off-Road, the Baja, was kind of like this. But yeah, my brother really liked this game. He was a huge racing fan. It kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. But there's only one track, so I guess that's the kind of compromise. And so here is me trying to remember how to play this game. I'm definitely going to go with automatic, even though in the past I've done that. There we go. I have to find the gas. I'm going to go for the speed track, and then I'll do the stunt track. There we go. Found the brake. Spit out. Oh yeah, and if you're off-road for too long, it will reset you back on the track. Oh. And there's traffic, yes, if you saw that, there's traffic coming the other way, which I almost hit. And yes, if you hit it, it's not like other arcade racers where it'll just let you keep racing. It'll actually damage your vehicle. Somehow I recovered that. I will say this is the first time I remember seeing this on an HD TV, and whenever you see like that checkerboard kind of square pixel pattern, that was utilizing a CRT effect called dithering, so that actually appeared as a solid color. Oh, I qualified for championship. That's good. Let's try the stunt track. And I'm gonna hit the barn. Come on, get back on the road. That's right. But yeah, that utilized dithering, and so it didn't look, I don't want to say this bad, it looked better on a CRT. Ooh, hit another car. Now you're gonna see one of my favorite scenes. Your car just bounces off the other car and goes right into flames. Oops. And the other car is fine. It just passed me. There's a cow. A very polygonal cow. Oh! Yeah, the stunt track is a lot more difficult. I may have to start a fresh run to get all the way through the stunt track, because I think I'm going to run out of time before the first checkpoint. There we go. But this one has a bridge you got to jump, and then there should be like a 360 loop-de-loop you got to do, which is really tricky because you can't just go at top speed or else you'll fly right off. But you can't go too slow either, and other cars can hit you. There we go. And if you jump off of that, yeah. Hey, Phantom Photon challenges you to the championship lap. No crashing, only 10 seconds off-road. If you win, future challengers will race you. Yeah, it is, like I said, it's impressive for what the Genesis is capable of. There's Phantom Photon, which if I'm right, you can go through him. He won't hurt you. Oh! I have to do the stunt track. Well, I've already lost, because I thought we were doing the speed track. Yeah. You have been disqualified. Get another low lap time and try again. Well, that was a quick race. Oh, but I got the top score. I'm going to do the stunt track before we actually get out of this. Whoops. The D-pad is a bit sensitive here. I'm just going to do player 1. Alright, let's do the stunt track. Anyone play this in the actual arcade cabinet? I actually did not. I knew it was an arcade game, but I don't think I ever played it in the arcade. Only played it on console. It takes an incredible amount of patience to get good at this game, too. You gotta understand the physics and how to pass other cars and go through the gas station. So here's the problem. Now that he's in front of me, yep, I'm gonna go back. Now that he's in front of me, I couldn't gain enough speed. Really makes me wonder how safe it can be. Come on, come on, make it through. Alright, you're going to see what happened there. I made it halfway through, and then I just flew right out. Oh, here comes a semi that made it. I would really like to see in real life a semi make it through one of those. I usually don't have this much trouble. Usually it's the later parts of this track that give me okay, slow down. I'm gonna crash. Yep. The problem is right after you get out, you gotta slow down or else it's gonna kill you. Game over. Alright, we'll do one more attempt on it. And I'm not going to worry about the high score, it's just going to be erased. Alright. There's also a way to cheat the loop-to-loop. I like how I had like one frame to react to that. Okay. Getting my groove again. See, as long as there's no other cars to worry about, I'm better at this. Let's see if I can make the loop-to-loop. Oh, there's another car on there. Hopefully there's no one coming from the other direction. Like I said, there's almost no way to get around that, but let's see if I can cheat it. Get back on, reset the counter. Oh, no, it crashed me. Thought that truck was going to hit me. Oh, yeah, there's that barrier there. So, no, I guess you can't cheat it. Well, actually, you can. Let me do... This is almost out of fuel, which is your time. That's it. Alright. So we're going to try to do this the right way. I'm still getting in the top 10, though. That surprises me. I think there's a way you can drive around the track backwards, but I ain't going to try that because I was wrong about the skipping of the loop. There's that car. If I'm right, everything is always in the same place every time you start. What the? All of a sudden, did he stop? I need to get around him for the loop. Yeah, there, I crashed in the gas station. This is the point where I've been playing a game for too long, where I'm starting to get bad at the parts where I was good at. Nobody else ever has that happen to them, right? Alright, so there's a car coming. Well, that was a jumbled mess. I don't even know what I hit. Oh, the other car was still in there. Alright, now I should have free reign. How did I... Okay, I'm beginning to think the game just doesn't like me. Okay. I am now done with this game. That is crazy. I don't know how I used to make that back in the day. I don't know how I made it before and just can't get over it. The red flag on the course marks the last point passed. And I'm still getting in the top 10. So anyway, that's pretty much the game once you've seen it. The only thing you can do after that is just get high scores, and that's all there is to hard driving. Marking this one off the list. And we're actually getting down to the... I've completed, it looks like, 16 games so far on stream. And I only have a few more left in my list to go. I've already captured some. Oh, let's do this one. I'm gonna pick a game I know I can go through. I was using a wheel to randomize it, but let's try this one. This is another game I've recently done a review on. Turn on my recording device. Get you back on stream. I can't hear the sound. There we go. Really like this game. Well, I think there are some people who... There we go. Sound effects, yes.
It starts.
There we go. This is another game that is sweet. Really good, partially due to the animations. Looking almost exactly like they did in the movie. I don't remember all these bugs trying to kill Simba in the movie now that I think about it. I remember saying how good of an adaptation I thought this was, following the plot in the movie so closely. Yeah, that's what I need. More ore, and more health. Oops. I guess it didn't hurt that this was probably my favorite Disney movie of the time when it came out. Oh, and I forgot on easy how easy it is to defeat him.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
If I'm right, this game came out the same time as the movie, so this is my only way. Oh. Only way to relive the movie until the VHS came out. And that soundtrack. I think they could have done more to make the visual elements stand out a bit more, because later on they don't give you the arrows and it's really hard to see what to do, unless you have it memorized. Which I did for a while. Oops. Here I gotta remember. That's right. Like how the roar works, yep. What did I hit? Oh yeah, must have didn't get the ostrich to clear. I like how Simba jumps out of the continue logo. That's really cool. My jump button is a bit sensitive here. At least I got one of my lives back. So it's jump, duck, duck, jump. Or no, jump, duck, jump, jump, duck. Duck, and then double jump. Duck, duck, jump. That's the last one too, if I remember correctly. Trying to remember the pattern in my head. I should be able to get it this time. Knock on wood. Jump. Duck. Jump. Jump. Duck. That's right, that was the last one. Hey, Greg, how's it going? Just playing some Sega Genesis games. Capturing gameplay footage for an upcoming episode here. Don't remember which one I hit first. There's my wallet. I don't remember what the point of that one is. Cats don't like water. Yeah, I forgot you gotta keep continuously running through that or else you'll get stuck. It's kind of ridiculous. That's you make it all the way over here just to run all the way back. Oops. Did not mean to hit him. Jump, 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 jump. First try, that usually never happens. We haven't had any takers on it yet. I've been asking who has pre-ordered the PS5 now that it's called that now. And I kept thinking, as if they were going to call it anything else. Alright, so... do I have to change this guy again? Yep. I do not remember this at all. I remember I don't want any bad bugs, which I think are the spiders. More than one up, I got one up. I like that better than Pumbaa's game. Oh. Dead. Dead. If I'm right, I don't want that one. There are some bugs that take away from your health. Come on, fall. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go for it. And so did he, but he fell in the pit. Oh yeah, I remember these vultures. They turn into turkeys when they're done. Yeah. So I feel like I'm a lot more focused on the gameplay and keeping up with the chat. Oh. I was doing so good. Come on. Oh. 1 or 2 frames away from actually making it. why sometimes my timing is just a tad off with that. Oh. 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 Health. Give me health. Dead. Dead. And yes, it actually does help for me to say dead every time I kill one of the characters. Come on. Bounce. More health. That was always creepy. Here we go, yet more impressive Sega Genesis graphics. If I'm right, I just have to remember the pattern here. I remember on my Lion King review video, somehow I got through this in one run, and it usually takes me more than that. Oh. Yeah. As I said, it usually takes me more than one run to get through this. That's alright, I got full health now. I think I can make it. And the animation in this game is just very well done. Oops. That was my bad. I keep making kind of silly mistakes there. And I don't like how you begin all the way back at the beginning every time. There's no checkpoints or anything. Gotta count out loud just to try to remember the sequence of events here. Oops. Sorry, I'm messing up again. Trying to get in a hurry. And I made it through. And if I'm right, there are a couple of, yeah. So those rocks, if they hit you when you're on a ledge, they will knock you off into oblivion. Yep. Come on. Part of the problem is some of these pits have instant kills. So sometimes you just gotta... Oops. Oh. I think I'm gonna be dead in this pit here. And they just kind of fall kind of wherever you're at. Yep. So this could be the last level I get to. Believe it or not, even though I just played this game not too long ago, I feel like I'm still out of practice. Yes, welcome to the game where even the normal way you kill enemies can kill you. I'm not gonna get in that pit. Oh yeah. You have a boulder that chases you and instantly kills you. Thankfully, I think there's a checkpoint after that. Oops. Oh. I think I'm gonna die here again. Take the hit and get out of there. Oh. So the hitboxes for these things are way too tight. Ha! Die there. Get you. Barely a sliver of health left. Yeah. There are not enough checkpoints in this game. But, still fun to play. Alright. This recording... Oh wait, oh I'm sorry. I have one more life left. Which I'm sure I'm going to lose right here. So, give me just a second. Oh. It's like they said, fun to play and rewarding if passed. Yes. Oh, this one goes to 0 as well. But the only thing that I don't like is the lack of... I think we get continues in this game, hopefully. I really wish they didn't have these falling boulders in this level, though. It doesn't really feel like they need those falling rocks. Yeah. Now that's the end. Usually the challenging games are the most rewarding to beat. Alright, so we're coming up on the close to the end of the time I have for this stream, so I'm going to do one more homebrew game I'm going to try out. And this one, I don't know if it's... I actually don't remember if this is homebrewed or if this was actually released in other regions, just not here. It looks like a homebrew. Maybe by the sound you guys can recognize what the game is. That's right, we are doing Wolfenstein 3D on the Sega Genesis. And I'm going to let it go to the demo because I think the demo is just fantastic. If you see their Genesis Mega Drive version by GASC GA68K, he does a lot of great work with the Genesis and Mega Drive, so I actually feature some of those in the upcoming episodes, some of his tech demos. I mean, look at this. Again, supposedly would work on stock Sega Genesis hardware. This would not use the 32X or the Sega CD add-on. Just complete from a cartridge. No VSP chip or VDP chip. I mean, this game just looks fantastic. Came out in 1992 or 93, I think it was 92, on the PC. And, I mean, the Mega Drive has no way of doing this whatsoever, it seems like. But somehow they're able to do it. And I know kind of some of the logistics behind it, but there is another YouTube channel that really goes into how this kind of level can be done. It's actually the founder of Traveler's Tales, has a great channel called Game Hut, and he goes into great detail on how they do this. And since this is being run on an emulator and it's being shown on a flat screen, you might be able to tell how they're doing the walls. I mean, the floor and the ceiling are just, you know, 2 shades of gray and they don't change. But the walls are kind of made of vertical strips, and I'm not going to try to explain it here, but I just recommend going to his channel and checking that out sometime if you have time. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. I'm going to hopefully get through the first level. Oh my gosh, and this has all of them in here? I thought they only did the first one. Cannot stress enough how cool this is after years of playing this on PC. That loaded pretty quick too. So we have this, there's run, there's shoot, and there's my action button. Turkey dinner. Whoops. Controls surprisingly well as also is what I should say. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of having to control everything through a D-pad, but it's not bad. Everything controls very smoothly. How do I get out of here? I forgot. Oh, yeah. Should watch the demo. I think that would have showed me. Oh, yeah. Look at the light on the floor effect. I just not noticed that. That's pretty cool. Haven't had any enemies yet. Here's one. They have I wonder if they did the secrets and everything in here too. Remember, there's one wall. Yep. They put the secrets in here too. Awesome. And they even have the digitized speech, I just realized. I mean, in this day and age, looking at these graphics, it's almost easy to forget that I'm playing this on a Genesis. I mean, the port feels that good. Sound effects are brilliant, really just, yeah. They want to keep saying really good, but I'm out of adjectives at the moment. See if I can remember how to get out of here. There it is. Not bad at all. Very well done. I applaud the maker of this game and putting all this time into it, especially considering Homebrew title. Yeah, Wolfenstein 3D on the Genesis. This is incredibly well done. I really want to play another level, but I'm running short on time. Let's see if we can fit one more in. Oops, do I want to save game? Well, yes, I want to save my game. Nice. I mean, they probably assumed that most people will be playing this on emulators. Oops, sorry. For those of you who don't like violence against dogs, like me. Should have quit when I was ahead, huh? Nothing in there. Health. I mean, just really well done. It'll be really great multiplayer on this thing. That takes me into the same room. Oh, yeah. Well, don't want to keep wasting ammunition on that. I mean, if I were to compare this to like the Super Nintendo port, I don't even think the graphics are this clear on the Super Nintendo. Is this the way I came? I think it is. Nope. Secret back there. Ooh, the Mega Nazis. Say, I think took up most of my bullets. Is this the way out? What? Oh. Still locked. I think that's where I came from. There's the key. I think I can get out of here. Nice. Again, very well done. Hey, smoking hash pipe. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Maybe my new favorite way to play Wolfenstein 3D on a console. So, unfortunately, though, that does mean I am out of time for this stream. But, if there's interest, I will still try to do one next Tuesday. Don't forget that I have another stream coming up. I'm sorry, another episode coming out on Thursday. That'll premiere at the usual time. Usually it's around 4 o'clock-ish my time, which is Central Daylight Time. We are going to continue the Ultimate Sega Genesis review. I'm looking at graphics and sound. And disclaimer, because I don't know if I said enough in the video, I am not an expert on the graphics and sound of the Sega Genesis, but you know, I've done a lot of research, so I try to do my best to explain it. I'm sure there are people who could explain it better than me. And I do make reference to some other people, including the Game Hut channel, that does an excellent job explaining the graphics on the Sega Genesis. But hey, if you guys liked the stream, please remember to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that before you leave. Otherwise, I will see you guys either on Thursday for the premiere of Part 2 of the Ultimate Sega Genesis review, or next Tuesday. I'll have to let you know what time it's going to be. I may go back to my usual time, which was 4 p.m. my time, because it seemed to work out better for people. Or 7 o'clock, because that seems to work out better for me. So I'll let you guys know about that then. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you again so much for watching. Thanks for your continued support of the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.